What's up, NFL fans? I'm going to be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles versus Miami Dolphins, and I'm trying a different lighting system. I didn't like how I was looking with my lighting previous videos, so I'm trying a little bit darker background and different lighting on my top right hand corner. So if you guys like it, cool. But I kind of like it more, kind of represents more of my skin tone color. So hopefully you guys like it. Um, Speaking of likes, I'm pretty much posting every day, so please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers. Just a small goal. So if you can subscribe, that'd be very awesome. Like the video, subscribe, comment down below, share this with your friends. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about my video. So if you guys can please do that, thank you. But yeah, let's get to it. Eagles versus the Miami Dolphins. This game, in my opinion, was probably going to be better than the Ravens-Lions game, as my last video I talked about. But this is one explosive team. I mean, two pretty explosive teams, right? But I'm talking about Miami's offense being very high explosive against a very very vulnerable defense or secondary of the Philadelphia Eagles. But I don't think they're that vulnerable. I don't know why everybody's saying they're vulnerable. Like, yeah, they're allowing a lot of passing yards, but they're allowing a lot of passing yards because they're winning most of these games, so teams are only passing the ball. So that's what you got to keep in mind. Like, they might be allowing all these passing yards, but it's because they're winning most of the time. Teams aren't going to run on you. And that was a prime example today. Oh, not today. Sunday night's game. Hassan Reddick was everywhere stopping the run, along with Jordan Davis stopping the run also. Jalen Carter, it was like 3rd and 15. He himself was putting pressure on Tua. And they were allowing a lot of pressures this game because the Miami Dolphins, they were playing with, I believe, they started off with two backups. And then I believe their left guard got hurt mid-game on the play where Jalen Carter put pressure on Tua. So that was very unfortunate. So that game they were playing with three backups to a very good defensive front from the Philadelphia Eagles. Darius Slay played this game too. James Bradbury played also. Two outstanding corners. Mid game, I want to say early second quarter. Waddle went back to the locker room because he said his back was hurting. They had to put like heating pads on him. He ended up returning like in the third, fourth quarter. They probably put a shot in him, make him feel better. I don't know, in my opinion. But Jalen Waddle said he was in a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort. That's why they took him to the locker room. But he did return to the game. But every time I talk about the Eagles, it feels like I'm talking about their defensive line. They just get after the quarterback along with they stop runs. Hassan Reddick, he was doing his thing out there. Like, he was showing out. Like, he was maybe the best defensive line player that the Eagles had yesterday. And that's saying a lot because they're loaded at that position. Or at the front, I should say they're loaded at the front. So Hassan Reddick made sure that their jet sweeps, the outside run zone plays, and weren't going to the outside stretches. So he was covering the C gap really good, so nothing was going to the outside. So that was really good job from him. And then in the middle, I mean, you cannot run against Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox. You just sub one of those guys in, put the other guy in, and it's like you didn't miss a beat. So that's really good run defense from the Eagles. And like Tyreek Hill was doing his thing, but there was not a lot of yards after catch. The Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator, don't know who that is, and the DB coach as well. They did a good job making sure that everybody swarmed to the ball. Like whoever touched the ball, whether it was a trick play, whether it was a pass to Hill or to anybody really, that defense was really getting to the ball. Like that was really good to see, because if two players try to tackle Tyreek Hill in the open, I mean Tyreek Hill's gonna go for 6, but everybody would swarm to the ball. There'd be like 6 players around Tyreek Hill, so he couldn't break out and make all these jukes. And that's what's key to good defenses. Good defenses swarm to the football. They make sure they help out their brother, and by helping your brother out, hey, it's not a touchdown. Might be a big play, but it's not a touchdown. We'll continue to fight and only allow them to score 3 points. And that's what happened. That's pretty much what happened, because, yeah, Miami had, I believe, 17 points total. One of them was a pick 6, which was a good job by the defense, because the whole offensive line was protecting Jalen pretty good. Jalen would make some nice scrambles, as he always does. He would scramble, hit Julio Jones for deep passes. So that's what you gotta do. What am I trying to say? I'm talking about the pick 6, right? So good job by Jalen Hurts scrambling, blah, 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 right? But if you can't get to Jalen Hurts, you gotta pick your hands up so you can swat the ball, get deflection, and maybe it's batted or tipped into the air, and your defender can make a pick 6 like the linebacker did. But that offensive line dominated for the Eagles, made Jalen Hurts have time in the pocket, good running lanes too. Smith, Devontae? I want to say Devontae Smith. Smith, number 6. I'm sorry, I'm getting your name wrong. But Smith had a bad week last week. This game, they made sure they got him involved early, which is awesome from Nick as the head coach. Make sure to get him involved early. Make sure he knows he's a big part of that offense still. So that's heck of a coach right there. Good job. And then they weren't using really A.J. Brown first half, other than the scramble, and they thought he scored a touchdown, but his elbow was down. But the second half, they were using A.J. Brown a lot more. First half was the Dallas Goedert show. Dallas Goedert had a heck of a day. I think this was the best game he's had this season on National Tight End Football Day, whatever they call it, National Tight End Day. So that's good job from Dallas Goedert to get open. Good job designing plays for him. Nice little screenplay for their, I believe, Eagles' first touchdown of the game. So overall, great job on offense and defense and special teams, because special teams didn't allow. I don't even remember seeing the punting for the Eagles. I'm sure they punted, but nonetheless, good job from all 3 sides of the ball for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not going to criticize the Dolphins too much. I know everybody criticizes them that they can't beat good teams. It's hard to beat good teams when you're down 3 out of your 5 offensive linemen. Like, it's hard to win with backups on the field. Even if you have phenomenal weapons, it's just hard to win football games. Oops. ESPN breaking news. But our defense too. No, Howard didn't play, and Jalen Ramsey's still hurt, obviously. So I'm not going to criticize the Dolphins too much. Like, those things come into play as well. But when you're that banged up, you're not going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. You're just not. And going into this game, I didn't know the Miami Dolphins had that many players hurt. I thought Howard would play. I knew Ramsey was out, but the offensive line, I didn't know that many players were hurt, along with the rookie running back, Achin, however your name is pronounced, dude. I know it's not A-Chain. He doesn't like A-Chain. Like, I believe it's A-Chan. But he's hurt too. So a lot of injuries that the Dolphins are dealing with at the moment. So let's not criticize them too much. Let's wait until they're fully healthy. But oh snap! But overall, they did okay. Tua made some good passes, but like I said, when you're that banged up, you're not gonna beat a team that's pretty much healthy. They might have a couple guys banged up, couple boo boos here and there, but they're pretty much. But for the most part, they're pretty much healthy. And that defense just got better. They just traded for Kevin Byard. They traded a fifth round and a sixth round and Terrell Edmonds. It's funny I say Terrell Edmonds because they traded him after they double teamed Hill. He was supposed to double team Hill, but for some reason he played like a robbers, like it's like cover one, but he's supposed to play over the top out. But he came in, he bit down, and Tyreek Hill burned him both his corner and the safety, which is Terrell Edmonds, over the top, and that was the only touchdown the Dolphins have. It's very unfortunate he got traded, but I think it's funny because the Eagles are setting the bar high, and they're not gonna allow that to happen. They're winning. They're trying to win a Super Bowl, but it just sucks for Terrell Edmonds because he goes from maybe a Super Bowl ring potential this year to whatever the Tennessee Titans are. Not contending for a Super Bowl at all. They're fighting maybe for a playoff spot, but by trading Byard, they might be selling the tank now too. So who knows? But very unfortunate for Terrell Edmonds. But the Eagles get stronger on defense now, adding Kevin Byard on All-Pro safety for the Tennessee Titans. So if you guys thought the Eagles defense was scary, they're gonna get even scarier now. That front, the secondary's good. They all swarm to the ball. They're all bought into the system on all three sides of the ball. And that's what you need to win football games. Everybody gets along too. They're looking really scary. It's very early to call. The NFL is a week-to-week game business. It's just how the NFL works. It's week to week, so it's hard to predict who's going to the Super Bowl. But let's just assume the games are played out. Let's just assume the games are played the way they were yesterday. I would say Ravens Eagles Super Bowl. But like I said, it's a week to week game business. That's how the NFL works. You can be hot one week, and all it takes is the next game next week to play bad, and your season can go down spiraling downhill. That's how the NFL works. It's not always good all year. I mean, the good teams know how to stay consistent with how good they are or great they are, and the bad teams find ways to stay bad consistently. But overall, that's how the NFL works. It's just a week-to-week consistency thing. But overall, I'm seeing consistency week to week from the offensive line of the Eagles and the defensive line for sure. For sure. And A.J. Brown he's having a hot, like 4 or 5 game streak of 125 yards and a touchdown. That doesn't happen a lot. I know he's in a special list of players that have done that. So it's just a week to week. But overall, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more often. And also, I do post Madden videos. I like playing Madden. And it's kind of the same audience as if you watch football, you probably play Madden. So go ahead and feel free to check those videos out too. I have them categorized differently. So if you want to watch Madden 24 videos, you can just click on that. Or if you want to watch NFL reactions or NFL analysis, I have a category for that as well. So thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out.